The image makers, the designer-photographer partnerships that change the world. The way in which a fashion label presents itself to the world can be just as important as the garments it makes. Before a customer gets anywhere near the clothes, chances are they'll have some impression of the brand's broader image. That means a designer's work must be backed up with a strong and distinctive advertising campaign to generate a dedicated audience. However, creating a unique and original image which projects wide appeal and an underlying aura of exclusivity is far from an easy task. And this is when the world's top-tier fashion photographers rise above the rest. By capturing the spirit of a brand along with a designer's vision, they present the clothing in a way that's both inspiring, enticing, and recognizable over a prolonged period of time. Let's look at some of fashion's most successful collaborations between design houses and world's high-end photographers, exploring how the magic touch of the top-tier fashion photographers can turn a little-known atelier into an instantly recognizable icon. Examining the influential brands and the photographers that became synonymous with them. The following is a breakdown of how creative execution can develop into a world-famous signature brand image over time. Today, we will take an in-depth look at the collaborative partnership between luxury fashion designer Ralph Lauren and the famous photographer Bruce Weber. Once described by Interview magazine as presenting an idealized version of America, one that's both tantalizingly close and impossibly romantic, Weber has created a new standard for high-end fashion photography. His diverse body of work spans 5 decades. Starting with his all-American campaigns for Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, and Abercrombie & Fitch in the 80s and 90s, which made him a household name. As prolific as he is diverse, Weber has graced the cover of high-end magazines worldwide, shooting everything from travel photography to fashion campaigns for luxury fashion brands, such as Versace and Louis Vuitton. He's also passionate about portraiture and documentary photography, photographing personalities from David Bowie, Kate Moss, and Jane Goodall. Bruce Weber was born and raised just outside Pittsburgh, in the farming and coal mining town of Greensburg, PA. Bruce would often spend Sunday afternoons doing art projects and making 8mm films in the backyard. In 1966, his love affair with the camera started early. Weber transferred to New York University to study acting. His first apartment was a 5th-floor walk-up between Little Italy and Chinatown. It was there that Bruce built his first small darkroom and started taking headshot portraits for actors and actresses. In many ways, this proved to be great training for his future as a fashion and portrait photographer. Bruce talked endlessly with each person about what they wanted their headshot to express and how to communicate that feeling through the clothes they would wear and the lighting he would use. The early days, citing his early mentors to be artistic greats such as Diane Arbus and Bea Feitler, the renowned art director of Harper's Bazaar. Weber was soon mixing in the right circles to launch his photography career. Arbus instructed Bruce to enroll in classes with her old teacher, Lisette Model. Model was one of the several people who encouraged him early in his career to express his emotions through his photographs. In an interview with the UK Telegraph, he says, "I think that most photographers are basically pretty shy. Models classes gave me a lot of courage to go out and speak the truth about my feelings, about what I saw and about what I wanted to see." At one time, Weber showed Bea Feitler some portraits, and she asked him if he liked what he'd shot. Not really, he had to admit. She said, "Do your pictures. I don't want you to do what you thought I'd like. I want you to do what you have in your head and your heart." In the late 1970s, Weber shot Jeff Aquilon. lounging seductively on a rumpled, unmade bed, wearing figure-hugging track pants for an article in GQ magazine. Until this time, male models had been mainly used as props for the females. Seldom had they been portrayed as the sensual focus of an intimate clothing spread. Weber's lens captured a different kind of male ideal. For the first time, we were shown an intimate portrayal of a young, athletic man. Until this time, the male form as a sexualized object was historically the focus of gay porn, not mass media. What Bruce had done was legitimize the notion for the mainstream, and his water polo captain, Aquilon, made a stunning poster boy. His photo shoot caused a media sensation, which was followed up by a groundbreaking campaign for Calvin Klein in 1982, featuring Olympic pole vaulter Tom Hintnaus, wearing just a pair of white CK briefs. Weber's vision was widely cited as fashion advertising that changed America. His work was soon regularly featured in Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and GQ. In 1976, Nan's friend Sandy Carlson, who was then the art director at Young and Rubicam, first showed Bruce's portfolio to Ralph Lauren. The pair connected instantly, and Ralph hired Bruce to shoot for his men's collection on Shelter Island. Ralph ran the photos as a 12-page campaign spread. It was the start of a decades-long professional relationship between the two icons of fashion. Bruce was able to bring Ralph's vision to life by taking an active role in all aspects of the campaign's imagery: casting, props, locations, and styling. Bruce Weber and Ralph Lauren. Fashion designer Ralph Lauren has created a brand that is undoubtedly one of the most successful luxury fashion houses of all time. Both his name and his clothes are synonymous with a dreamlike exclusivity, conjuring images of the all-American ideal. Undeniably, the partnership between Ralph Lauren and photographer Bruce Weber was at the core of this success, a collaboration that created the American ideal, painting the picture of an unattainable elite just beyond the grasp of the average person. And this was a dream that over subsequent decades, Weber continuously brought to life. When people hire me, I think about the person I'm working for, not the company. And when I started working for Ralph, I got to know his family. We had a lot of common interests in cars, old clothes, so I began by photographing his world.
It wasn't the normal way of working in the fashion business where it was storyboarded.
The kinship between Ralph Lauren and Bruce Weber was instant. From the very beginning, Bruce understood what I was about, and I understood what he was about. We shared a love for rusticity and earthiness, the legendary designer told Elle magazine. We had the same sensibility about realness and familyness, and a sensitivity about fashion that is, in a way, non-fashion. We started working together on ads that shared those feelings, and as the years go by, I'm always constantly looking at those pictures, and they are me. A Ralph Lauren advertising campaign, which was photographed by Bruce Weber, quickly became as distinctive as it was ordinary, as familiar as it was mysterious, as nostalgic as it is modern. And the underlying message was abundantly clear. If you dress this way, you can be a part of our world. Ralph Lauren knew that dressing wasn't just about the clothes you wore. It was about what they represented, how you feel when you put them on, and what they say about who you are. I am promoting a level of taste, a total feeling, is what he told Daily News Record. It's important to show the customer how to wear these ties, the idea behind them. What Lauren was selling, people were buying, because like the polo shirts and camel coats that were soon to come, no one else was doing anything like it. Ken Burns writes that when Ralph Lauren designs, he engages with timelessness. We all get too identified with the material, the thing, he writes, but it's not that. It's that elusive something that emanates from it.
If you look back at his history, you see so much of what designers are thinking about today. Taking these very simple items that you see kids wearing on the street, whether it's a jogging pant or a parka or a t-shirt, and making them fashion. And Ralph was the first to do that and to understand that.
It was Weber that spearheaded the rise of the image of the all-American beauty with his campaigns for Ralph Lauren. Ralph may have had the vision, but Weber brought Ralph's dreams to life. Whether it was the Kennedy-esque Camelot of New England, Santa Fe ranch style, out of Africa, or Scottish Highland dreams, Weber took us there and Ralph sold us the clothes. Capturing the zeitgeist of a moment is no easy feat, and with his deceptively simple photography, Weber transformed the allure of the Ralph Lauren brand, but also tapped into a collective consciousness that demanded or longed for a new standard of beauty and romance. The collaboration between Ralph Lauren and Bruce Weber was a match made in heaven. Over the following decades, this dynamic duo worked together to launch a series of successful fashion campaigns that permanently cemented Ralph Lauren as a household name. Synonymous with effortless style and sophistication, undoubtedly one of his most loved and memorable Ralph Lauren advertising campaigns, romanticizing the spirit of an African safari, was shot by Bruce Weber in Hawaii in 1984. Clotilde Holby, the beautiful heroine of this campaign, and many others, epitomized the timeless beauty of the women Ralph Lauren was inspired by and designed for. Lauren himself only recently traveled to Africa, but this is a dream he has returned to many times over the decades. Another legendary campaign, envisioned by Lauren and executed by Weber, was Polo Sport, taking luxury wear into the sports department for the first time, while simultaneously launching the career of male supermodel Tyson Beckford, who would star in a series of Polo Sport campaigns, often alongside supermodel Naomi Campbell.
It was a big deal to have two people of color be in a nationwide or worldwide ad campaign.
When I walked into Bruce's office, I felt like I'd known him for a long time. And he said, "Thank you and have a nice day." And we talked about my manager back then and his love for her. He was just such a humble man, and I didn't think anything of it. He said something like, "I think my friend Ralph would love these."
Wall Street guys were looking at this, and CEOs, businessmen were looking like, "This suit is nice. This is really nice. I need to go get this."
But with this collection, would put athleticism front and center in a nod to the upcoming 1992 Olympic Summer Games in Barcelona. Polo Sport was as much a part of Ralph's American dream as anything else he'd done in the prior quarter century. It was very much polo, he said, but it gave another dimension to polo. It was the idea of the Olympics on the street wherever you go. The Romance Collection, another advertising campaign that captured the hearts and imaginations of doe-eyed girls the world over, was the Romance Collection, one of Ralph Lauren's most beloved fragrances for women. With both filming and photography directed by Weber, the series celebrated authentic romantic moments, using imagery of real-life famous couples since its launch in 1998. The most well-known chapter in the romance story starred husband and wife Nacho Figueras and Delfina Delphi in the 2011 Ralph Lauren romance video, with a continuation of the series several years later in 2014. The campaign was shot by Bruce Weber, capturing stunning scenery illustrating the fairy tale lives of the couple, and exemplifies the world of Mr. Ralph Lauren, renowned for his devotion to family traditions, authentic equestrian heritage, and the sport of polo. Polo Sport for Women, a major campaign shot later in the duo's collaborative career, took place in 2014, when Ralph Lauren, in conjunction with Bruce Weber, made 3 short films for the launch of its new line, Polo for Women. Weber had worked with Ralph Lauren for more than 30 years when he made the 3 short movies for the new Ralph Lauren campaign, set in Santa Barbara. "We tried to make something like a suit," said the photographer and videographer. "A little bit of classic mixed with a lot of street smart and what's relevant now to us in our lives." Dreaming of an Arabian desert. For Ralph Lauren's Spring-Summer 2015 campaign, Bruce captured the American luxury brand's trademark jet-setting style through an Arabian desert theme, with a blue and white decorated tent and a team of camels in colourful harnesses. The image of Ralph Lauren is based on what Bruce's interpretation of their aesthetic. Bruce Weber faces allegations of sexual misconduct, despite the spectacular success of his professional career. In 2017, model Jason Boyce alleged that Weber had groped him and kissed him without his consent. In September 2020, Kruger's claims of sexual misconduct against Weber denied the allegations, telling the outlet, "I've used common breathing exercises and professionally photographed thousands of nude models over my career, but never touched anyone inappropriately." When the news broke that models had all come out alleging Weber of abuse, Condé Nast Global Chief Content Officer and Vogue Editor-in-Chief Anna Wintour suspended working with Weber.
So Josh, you were 20 years old.
Yes.
And you were on a shoot for French Vogue and with Bruce Weber. And what happened?
You know, on this shoot, we ended up just shooting around the house, Bruce's house, and you know, eventually I was brought to a private room of his and by his assistant, and during this, we did some breathing exercises, and you know, we were shooting, and eventually I was nude, and you know, he told me to grab his hand and put it where I felt the energy, and I was comfortable with that. So I put it on my shoulder, I put it on my chest, I put it wherever I was comfortable with, and then you know, he forced his hand on me inappropriately, and I didn't know what to do. I was 20 years old. I was in shock.
Yeah.
He grabbed my arm and moved it back and forth, so I was forced to rub myself. He then took my hand and put it over his genitals. Then he put his fingers in my mouth.
It was during this time that the decades-long partnership between Bruce Weber and his lifelong client Ralph Lauren also came to an end. The high-profile luxury brand, not wishing to be caught up in the allegations, suspended any future projects with Weber. Bruce Weber has continuously denied the allegations. "I have spent my career capturing the human spirit through photographs, and am confident that in due time the truth will prevail." These supporters say they are frustrated that a mild-mannered guy who devotes enormous amounts of time and money to charities is benched. They point out that the fashion world is filled with characters who treat subordinates badly, though the abuse inflicted is non-sexual. Bruce has chosen to put this matter behind him and move forward with his life, a source close to the photographer has said. Throughout the past 50 years, Ralph Lauren, utilizing his indispensable collaboration with Bruce Weber, single-handedly reinvented the idea of the fashion business. He did it via the power of marketing, and by doing it, he created the world's first global lifestyle brand. Back when Ralph started, global advertising campaigns for fashion brands were unheard of. Now they are an essential factor if you want to be on top. It's hard to downplay the impact photographer Bruce Weber had on our popular culture and male beauty ideals, be it through his brand campaigns, his magazine editorials, art books, and films.